I am going to say this with a little excitement because, after all, it is a chocolate factory. So, my experience working at the chocolate factory, aka Mars, was overall pretty good, but I imagine it being a little more magical than the actual reality of what it looked like. But nevertheless, it was still a chocolate factory and it was huge. The first thing you notice before even entering the building, and actually as soon as you reach the lot where the facility is located, is the wonderful smell of warm chocolate. I will say that after a while, for me personally, smelling chocolate every single day, all day, no longer becomes pleasant, but leaves you nauseous after a while. Once inside, you and a group of other employees waiting for the same shift have to hang out in a holding room, and you are let in a few minutes before it's time for you to work. You must have your key card in order to access the rest of the facility. Otherwise, you're locked out and you will have to phone a supervisor to let you in. Once you're past the holding area, you're greeted with two beautiful and big M&M statues. And once you're closer to the main work area, there is another M&M statue. But this one here was my favorite because inside of it held bite-sized Snickers that we could eat. However, we were not permitted to leave work with any pieces. Before you're allowed into, I'm going to call it chocolate paradise. So before you're allowed to enter into the chocolate paradise room, they have you suit up in a slightly heavy white coat, steel-toed boots, protective eyewear, noise-reducing earplugs, and then after thoroughly washing your hands, you have to put on gloves. Each time you leave and re-enter into the chocolate paradise, you have to wash your hands and put on new gloves. It's a requirement each and every time for safety and health concerns. You're split up into different workstations daily. So one day you may be gathering 10 big bags of M&Ms and quickly placing them in a box before the next line comes rolling down the conveyor belt machine. Watching for any defects in the warm Snickers that are being cooked and produced by a different machine. Or you could be scraping loads of gooey caramel away from another machine so that it doesn't get backed up. There are many different stations at this particular chocolate factory, with each being pretty easy and most days enjoyable to operate, but very, very repetitive. You're also on your feet the entire shift, minus a break and lunch. But overall, it was a great place to work. And it was probably the most interesting place I have ever worked. And what made working at this chocolate factory even sweeter was the fact that they would occasionally surprise everyone with a carton full of M&Ms to take home. Unfortunately, though, there were no Oompa Loompas there to record. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, Thank you for watching, and I hope that you have a great day.